Now, Alex Gangitano, White House correspondent with our partners at The Hill. Thank you for being here. Scalise was asked if he would support Jim Jordan. He answered, it's got to be people that aren't doing it for themselves and their own personal interest. What more are you hearing about how much support Jim Jordan does have?
Yeah, it's a good question because obviously, as you know, he didn't have the support when Scalise was still in the running. Scalise got the majority of votes out of the conference meeting. And so now it's up to somebody like Scalise coming out and saying the people that backed me, especially the moderate Republicans, you should be able to back Jordan. But Scalise is stopping short of that. We have heard former Speaker McCarthy say, yeah, Jim Jordan would do a good job. At this point, I think it also will come down to how many statements there are like that. Like, how much are Republicans just kind of sick of the back and forth and are like, we just need a speaker either way. So go ahead and elect Jim Jordan so we can get back to work and get things moving. Another indication of that is in the conference meeting this morning, there was talk about the pro temp, which is the temporary leader, Patrick McHenry, being able to get more powers so that he can actually move forward some legislation. That idea got struck down, but at this point, it really shows that a lot of Republicans just want to get back to work and want to have a speaker in place in some form.
And some have questioned if McHenry himself is a viable candidate. What are you hearing?
So McHenry is very much in the same vein as a Steve Scalise, as a Speaker McCarthy. You know, they were a group unto themselves under the McCarthy speakership, and he, I think, would be able to get those moderate Republicans behind him that Jim Jordan is really going to struggle to get. I don't know if McHenry, we don't know at this point if he actually wants the job. Obviously, Scalise didn't want the job under these kind of circumstances, so I could see McHenry thinking the same way, but he is well respected in the caucus and able, I think, to reach into the moderate group as well as the far right group. And so I think he could get the support that maybe Jim Jordan can't, but that would basically be the same, kind of as Steve Scalise was able to get, just place it in McHenry, place it in another McCarthy ally just to get the ball rolling and get people to support him if they don't want Jim Jordan.
And you heard a moment ago, Alex, Joe lay out why it's so critical that a speaker is named soon. You've got funding for Israel, Ukraine, a looming government shutdown about 5 weeks from now. How long do we expect this holdout to last? They understand the pressure they're under.
That's right. They do understand the pressure. And we're also hearing from the White House and from the Senate, Democrats and Republicans included, that they're getting a little nervous about these tight deadlines and the need to get back to work. So I think Republicans are hearing from those groups as well that there needs to be a speaker in place quickly because this is not the time for Washington to not be working. We have almost a month away until another government shutdown. We have Israel funding on the line, which is pretty broadly backed by Republicans and something that they want to see passed. We have potentially the president will mix in or group together the funding for Israel with funding for Ukraine, maybe even funding for Taiwan and for the border. These are all issues that are really critical right now that can't really be stalled for much longer. So it's unclear if there'll be a speaker by the end of the day, by the end of the weekend. But I think if this goes into this time next week, there'll definitely be even more increased pressure, especially even from Senate Republicans who maybe could be able to get through to the caucus in the House to get moving and get back to work.
Real quickly, I'm just learning that GOP Republican member Austin Scott of Georgia has now thrown their name into the hat for Speaker. What do we know about Representative Scott?
Yeah, it's a good question. He is a Southern conservative, actually similar to Scalise. I think he could get the backing from the Southern group of the caucus, which is a very large group of members. I think he is, pretty by the book conservative, which I think a lot of members want to see. Someone who's not necessarily like Freedom Caucus, Matt Gaetz, let's change the way things work, but someone who's a staunch conservative and wants to get things done. So I do think he's a viable candidate, and that's interesting that he's throwing himself in the hat. I could see a lot of the support that Scalise got goes just straight to him.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.